You are listening to the Tottenham Zone podcast.
The zone for everything Tottenham. Yes, you are listening to another episode of the Tottenham Zone podcast. This week's episode is presented to you by Alex and Wakas.
Hey there, it's me, Alex from the Tottenham Zone, and we're back again with another episode of the Tottenham Zone podcast. I'm joined, as always, by producer Wakas. Hello, Wakas.
Hello. Well,
Hi, mate. So this week we're going to be talking about. You can tell from the tone of my voice that this week we're going to be talking about the Arsenal game. Yay!
yeah.
We're going to be talking about the North London derby that we lost 3-1. Genuinely one of the worst performances I've probably ever seen from a Tottenham side, especially that first half. So yeah, let's just crack straight on with it. We lost 3-1 to Arsenal on Sunday in the North London derby. We were 3-0 down inside 30 minutes. Goals from Smith Rowe, Aubameyang and Saka in that first half. Absolutely blew us away. We did pull a goal back in the second half with about 10 minutes to go through Son, but it wasn't enough. We had a few chances towards the end as well, which probably should have gone in. And before we do dive into it, we probably should have had a penalty as well, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll dive into that later on. That was the score. That was the result. The performance was awful. So what did you think about the performance and the result, Wakas?
Yeah, I think if I'm honest, the first 20 minutes, it was like 3-0 in the first 30 minutes. I was absolutely blown away. I obviously did not expect that. And to be honest, Arsenal probably deserved that. I don't think we deserve to win. So I think we'll just I'm not gonna make excuses because I know we were horrible for most of the game. The second half we'll get into, but yeah, the first goal, there's a lot to complain about. I think Sanchez and Dyer, their marking has been woeful. It was just Smith Rowe. He had so much space and time, and he just slotted it in. It's been like 11 minutes. They took the lead, and then the second goal, to be fair, it was a good strike from Aubameyang. Not really much to complain. The third goal, Harry Kane. I think we should have sold him. I think we made a mistake. 150 million. It doesn't look like he's in the right state of he doesn't look like fully committed, and I'm not sure why. I think it's just another PR stuff from his Twitter account. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think there's a lot of questions and doubts towards Kane, and rightfully so. He started 3 games and he disappeared in all of them, which is something we rarely see. So yeah, and then we go. I think I know in the group chats people have been complaining that we should have gotten a penalty. I don't think that was the penalty. I think that they got the ball, unfortunately.
Sorry, just taking a drink there. Sorry about the pig in the background. seriously. Wow. Yeah, on the penalty, I don't know. I mean, I saw a screenshot where it looked like Ben White had just. I actually can't get a word. It looked like Ben White had clipped Harry Kane on the back of the ankle. I saw a screenshot with that. Let me just let me just turn it off. This is just there we go. Right. Yeah, so it looked like Ben White has clipped Harry Kane on the back of the ankle from the screenshot that I saw, like I was saying. And there was also debate whether it was in the box as well. I don't know, it's difficult. I mean, if it's on the line, it's a penalty nowadays. So I don't know. I haven't really seen it back either because I've not watched the game back on the highlights, obviously. So I've not really seen it back. But at first instance and glance, I thought it was a penalty. But it didn't get given, so I suppose it is what it is. I mean, can't really complain too long. It didn't get given. I probably should have scored a few more chances as well. That Lucas chance right at the end, that deflected shot that Ramsdale somehow saved and tipped onto the bar, which was outrageous from him. And obviously the Kane header as well in the first half that he glanced wide, and then the Kane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Marcus when Kane went through 1-on-1 and he sort of toe poked it around the post. How has he not scored that? It's Harry Kane. I don't know what's the matter with him. I really don't. Well, I do. It's because he didn't get him to Man City. I think it's a mixture of that, and I think it's also they don't believe in the manager, which is understandable because he plays a terrible brand of football and he looks clueless every time he walks on the touchline. I don't know. The whole game was just a mess. It really was from start to finish. I mean, I did a match preview for Talk THFC on their YouTube channel, and I called for determination, commitment, and desire in that preview. And Tottenham gave absolutely nothing of that at all. We allowed ourselves to be walked all over from start to finish. Even in that second half, Arsenal was still creating chances. You know, I remember a shot at Lloris that he saved, and it was like it was getting opened up. That first half, that marking for the first goal, Smith Rowe's goal. What was Eric Dyer doing it, or what was the entire defence doing? Just stood there, allowing him to be free in space. Crazy, but yeah, I don't know what you think about that. I guess. I think his mic's on mute.
Yeah.
Either. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm cutting off.
Can
it work? Okay, can you give me a minute?
Sorry? Okay, I'll just carry on talking and just try and keep this as professional as possible. Yeah, I mean, in regards to the fight back in the second half, I thought we showed a little bit more passion and desire, but I think Gary Neville said it at half time, but things can't really get much worse from where they were. So if we'd come out in the second half and been as bad as we were in the first, then I actually think Nuno had been sacked that evening. I mean, the only thing that saved his job was probably the goal at the end and the little spurt we had right at the end where we looked like we'd score maybe 2 or 3 goals. But apart from that, that's probably what's kept Nuno in his job for another week. The fact that we came back into the game in the last 15 minutes and we scored. That's probably the only reason why Nuno's still manager of Tottenham. But yeah, the question I asked was the marking for the goals. In particular, Emile Smith Rowe's goal, first one, and the second goal was off from Bamian. What did you think of that marking? Because Dyer have had such a good season up to now. I know they conceded 3 against Palace and Chelsea, but in the first 3 games they were excellent. What do you think went wrong in that defence? Because I've just seen something on Twitter saying, or just in general saying that the reason why we looked so all over the place was because we didn't have a proper holding midfielder like Ollie Skip in the team. which is why Dyer and Central were so exposed. And you could see when we brought Skip on in the second half
Yeah.
how much more control we had in midfield. Do you agree with that? I mean, defensively we were shocking, weren't we?
To be fair, I think that as soon as Skip and Emerson came on, I think the game kind of changed. Like we were like as soon as as soon as they came on, and it was like 5 minutes and we were playing. I wouldn't say we were playing excellent, but it looked like I thought that we were gonna score a goal. Like after the Son goal, I thought that we could score not another one, and we were so close. Like the Ramsdale save all my days. But to be fair, I think Skip and Emerson completely changed the game. But like, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you could just. The problem with Nuno is the problem with Nuno is that you don't play players you deserve to play. So, for example, we brought on Skip Emerson and Brian Hill later on, and you can see how those three players changed the game. Brian Hill was brilliant in that last 10 minutes. He was tracking back and he was trying to take players on and make things happen, and that's what we need. So Nuno needs to start playing players that deserve to play and not his favourites that he likes, like Dele Alli, like Tanganga was poor against Arsenal, and then I think maybe this is unpopular, but I think Reguilon needs to have a stint out of the team.
Yeah.
I think he's been poor in the all season.
So
Apart from those first couple of games where he was really good, like ever since then he's been really poor. So I don't know.
So who would you? So if we drop Reguilon, who would you play instead?
I don't know. Maybe Davis. I know that sounds crazy, Davis like Reguilon, but Reguilon's been so poor recently, and I know he's a good player, but you can't keep rewarding players that are out of form. No matter how bad Ben Davis might be, you can't just keep playing players that are out of form all the time. I know that still does apply to Harry Kane as well. I don't think it'd do him any harm to be dropped for him to look, you are the main man in the team and you are a world class striker still. But if you're not performing, then should be afraid to drop him. He's not God. He don't have the guy right to play in the team every week. So I think players who play for it week in week out, like Harry Kane, Reguilon, Dele in particular. Dele was awful against Arsenal. These sorts of players need to be dropped for a game, even if it's just for a game, just to let them know that they're not indispensable. You know what I mean? Harry Kane can be dropped, and I think Thursday night I think I'm against Miura because it is Miura at home. I'm expecting to win that game like 3-4, 5-0. I can't lie. I don't know anything about Miura at all. But I know they are one of the worst teams in the competition, and we do play them at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Dane Scarlett just deserves a chance. Not in the Premier League. I don't think he's quite ready for starting the Premier League yet, but in the cups definitely. So maybe against Burnley as well, give Scarlett a chance. Maybe I don't know, but I think the thing with Harry Kane is you don't know how to use him. Like we haven't got a striker apart from Scarlett, who's 17. So if Kane was to get injured, who do we play up front? So we need to manage Kane's minutes, and I think that means just playing in the Premier League, give him a rest. You know what I mean? He's played a lot of football already this season. Bear in mind, he played in the Euros every game, pretty much. And he's come straight back to Tottenham, played every game, pretty much as well. He's played in the Conference League playoff, he's played in the League Cup, he's played in all the Premier League games apart from one. So the guy just needs to be given a rest. I know he's been really poor, but I don't want to overuse him. So players like Brian Hill, they deserve a chance in the team. And yeah, I don't know what you think about that. Do you think Harry Kane deserves to be dropped or after Sunday's result or not?
Yeah, I think he should be dropped. But if you really think about it, like who would you play up front? Like there's like literally no one. You can't play Scarlett. You can't play Scarlett. You definitely can't play Scarlett in the Premier League yet. Like you can't keep on playing them.
I think you can if you play against like Norwich at home or something, but against like Man United or Old Trafford, no, obviously not.
Are we playing Man United next? No way.
Well, I'm just saying as an example, if you were to play a Scarlet against Man United, that wouldn't be a good thing to do. Whereas against like somewhere say like Norwich or Burnley at home, I think that'd be a better time to play.
If it's like Villa, because the next league game is Villa.
Yeah, like, I play Harry Kane in that game because Aston Villa are doing really well and we need all our best players on the pitch. Harry Kane is one of our best players. I've seen a lot of people like criticise him, and rightly so. Rightly so, he should be criticised. He's been awful, but
Yeah.
he's still one of our best players and one of the best strikers in the world. Just because he's had a few bad games, it doesn't mean that he's still not an elite striker. He is, and we got him, so we should play him at every other opportunity that we've got in the Premier League at least. So just keep playing him. That's the only way you're going to be able to get the best out of Harry Kane is by keep playing him, and eventually he'll start scoring in the Premier League. And eventually he'll find that rhythm again, and he'll go on the run, and then we'll start climbing the table. That's how it's going to unfold. So, but yeah, Dane Scarlett definitely on Thursday. Any other players you think should be dropped? I don't know. Dele Alli, maybe. I don't know.
I think from the starting 11 against in the North London derby, I think that Reguilon should be dropped. But I don't think that Davis should come in. I think because I know it was just Pacos Ferreira, but Sessignon, I thought he was like good. I thought he was really good against Pacos. So I think I would start him against Villa. I would not start Sergio or Reguilon. Same thing for Delhi. I think the midfield I'd go for Skip and Ndombele and Højbjerg. And then also, I think that Gil should be given a chance. I think the starting 11 that I don't know, but I'd go for is Lloris, Emerson. Oh yeah, and Sanchez should be dropped as well. And Dyer. Dyer. I should watch the highlights back again, but I'm not sure who was worse against Arsenal. But I'd go for Lloris, Emerson, Dyer, Romero, Sessignon, Skip, Højbjerg, Ndombele, Brian Gill, Son Kane.
I think Sessignon is actually injured at the moment.
Oh, really? I thought
I think so, yeah. He's been injured for a while. I mean, the other option then is Davis. I mean, you could do the Harry Kane thing that I said and just keep playing Reguilon and playing him until he finds his form. The only way you're going to find form and confidence again is by playing games. And I mean, if that's what he wants to do. I mean, he's our best left back still, so yeah, and he has got good quality. You know, he's quick, he's attacking, he makes good runs forward. He's on the ball. Decision making is very poor, and that's costing a lot this season. I mean, it's simple for passes to his teammates, and he's not doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a separate note, sorry to just switch quickly, but against Arsenal, like I said earlier, I noticed that our defence was getting exposed a lot, and I think that's due to the lack of a proper defensive midfielder like Ollie Skip. So I think from now on, pretty much Ollie Skip has to play in every single game that he can, like Premier League wise and like League Cup or FA Cup or whatever. Maybe rest him in the Conference League, but I think Ollie Skip's actually a more important player than Tottenham fans can give him credit for. I mean, he started the season well. He's been one of our hardest working players and one of our most dedicated players. And then you take him out against Arsenal and we concede 3 goals in 30 minutes, and then you put him out at half time and we don't concede any more goals and we score and we look like we're the ones that are on top. So I think Ollie Skip's the key to that, because Tottenham have not had a proper defensive midfielder for a few years now, since like Dembele and Wanyama sort of players. And I think he's pretty much the next one of those sorts of players, like a proper defensive midfielder. Højbjerg can do that role, but I don't think that's his best role. And I think his best role is like just a more orthodox, like box-to-box midfielder, really. So I think if you play Skip as the holding midfielder, then Javier is the box-to-box midfielder, and then and Ndombele is like the sort of number 10 style player where he can just drop into the hole and receive passes and just do what he does best. I think you've got a pretty good midfield there. It's nice and balanced. There's plenty of defensive cover, but you've also got the creativity with Ndombele and then the three forwards up front. So yeah, I think that's got to be the plan going forward. I mean,
Just
let's sorry, go on, Marcus.
just to add on that Ndombele thing, we haven't said this yet, but I think Ndombele was really poor.
He was, yeah.
On Saturday, he was nowhere. I didn't even realize he was playing until looking.
Yeah, I mean,
Ndombele has been really poor.
He was just like the rest of the team. He was awful, and I saw a quote on something from somewhere not a quote, but something like that. And Ndombele and Ndombele's
the Maurice one or the Mourinho one, because there were two that came up.
Yeah, the Lloris one that's just come out recently. I think last an hour or so. He was talking about his contract and whatever, and he said that he just needs to play more and more and more games, and that he's not a young player anymore. And he has to take responsibility on and off the pitch, and I think that's totally right. I mean, what is he now? And then boy, 23, so it's still young, but it's not like 18, 19, 20 where you think, right, okay, 23 is not really that young in football anymore. So I think he has to be one of them. I don't think he's quite got like the leader capabilities, but I think on the pitch he can definitely be one of the sorts of players where he just drags the team through games just by doing moments of magic, similar to how Gareth Bale used to do. Obviously, two different sorts of players, but Gareth Bale used to literally, when we were playing awful and we had a pretty average team back then, as we probably do now. But yeah, we had an even probably worse team back then. He used to just pick the ball up and just drive forward and he used to score goals. He just used to win his games just by scoring, just him doing it by himself. And I think Ndombele's got that sort of quality as well, where he can literally win his games by himself. And when he play, when he decides to play well, I think in turn the team then plays even better because they've got, they look and they think, wow, and Ndombele, he's on it today, he wants it, look at what he's doing on the ball, look at how well he's playing. We'll actually, we'll do the same. And we bought him for a lot of money in Ndombele, and so far, I mean, he had a decent season last season, but so far. Would you say he's been value for money in Ndombele? I don't know. This is a debate that Tottenham fans have. I mean, would you say he's been value for money?
Didn't we buy him for like 72 million?
I don't think it was quite that much. I think that was Pepe, but I think it was like 60.
In Ndombele.
I think it was 60.
Yeah, so I think it depends on how much it costed. I don't really remember. Transfer fee. Ndombele transfer fee. Ndombele's transfer fee was it was 62 million. So
right, so roughly, yeah. So has it been worth 62 million?
No. Yes and no at the same time. I think he just needs to be given time, I think last season we saw that he can be good and bad at the same time. In the beginning of the season, like this is the problem with Ndombele. One game he's good, the other game he's not there. Like he's not consistent. And I think if he gets his consistency better, I think he would be worth the 62 million. But right now, no, I don't think so.
No, I mean, quality-wise, I mean, he's got it all there. It's just consistency. I think this season is going to be very, very important for him because he's already played quite a few games. Nuno obviously likes him, and he's like the main creative player in the team. So we yet to see the 60 million that we paid for him get value for money. So hopefully, I mean, we are still only 6 games in. You know what I mean? There's still 32 games left of the season, so still a long way to go. And who's to say that Ndombele doesn't go and get 10 Premier League goals and 10 Premier League assists? That is possible, but it's just whether he wants to do it. I mean, I saw him. I mean, he just walks on the pitch and jogs. It's like there's no. I know every player is not capable of running 25 yards. Every time they sprint back and forward, but like you're playing in a North London derby. You know what I mean? A North London derby, and half of these players just do not seem to get the occasion. Like Arsenal looked like they wanted it so much more, and that showed in the first half now because they absolutely battered us. And every time this happens when we go to the Emirates, we get absolutely battered. Not maybe in terms of the scoreline, but like Arsenal are always up for it. They could be on a 10-game losing streak and we'd play them at the Emirates and they'd still come out and run and play and fight and create chances and score goals and like they want. Whereas Tottenham just don't seem to that at the moment. So probably that of the season, with those 3 wins in City and Watford, but since then it's been absolutely abysmal, and I really don't know what the main problem is with the team. If I had to pick one area, I don't think I could. It's a plethora of issues, whether it's the full-back creativity, they're not getting as many assists as you'd like them to, and the midfield problem, there's not enough creativity in there. And then you've got the forwards. Harry Kane, non-existent. Son's doing it probably all by himself, and then you've got Lucas Moura, who tries his best for getting goals and assists. So there's a lot of problems in the team at the moment, and it's up to Nuno to fix them because that's what he's paid to do. And if we carry on losing games at the rate we are, then I don't think it'll be too long before Nuno goes. So yeah, have you got any thoughts on Nuno at the moment? Do you think it's time for him to go, or
Yeah. No, out.
Nuno out? Yeah.
I don't think he should be sacked now, but I think he's like out of his depth. He has no ideas, and that's not really gonna help, is it? So I think, yeah, Nuno out.
Nuno out.
To be
Yeah, I
fair,
think I'm.
OJ was right about this since we lost to Palace. He kept
Yeah, OJ was right. Yeah, OJ was right. I'm Nuno out as well, and I've been sort of nearly Nuno out since the Palace game, and I know that's crazy because that was like 4 games into the season, but you can just see back from that game the way we were playing football, the lack of desire that we had. There was no attempt to even try and play football. Defensively, we were poor. There was no creativity in the team. You could just see that was the blueprint for how these next few games will go. And I think Nuno has to go. I'll give him the last chance against Aston Villa. If we play good football, if we win comfortably, or whatever, I think fine, all right, fair enough, keeping him for a while longer. But I think Nuno has to go. But the problem is, like I said, is getting somebody to replace him. Who would you want to replace him? Because we're early into a season, so we're not going to get Graham Potter or Brendan Rodgers because they're at the club and they're doing well, and well, not less at the moment, but Potter especially, and it'd take a lot of money to get them out of the contracts. And then it's the case of do they want to actually come? So I don't know, who do you say?
that Gallardo guy. I've heard about him, and he seems good, but at the same time, like I don't know much about him, so I leave him to the side. The guy who I really wanted, probably a bit unrealistic, but I was thinking Zidane.
Right.
I know it's a bit unrealistic, but as he's a free agent, I think we should be all out for him.
Yeah, I mean, Zidane would be good. Zidane would be good, but just the football that he played at Real Madrid was quite defensive, right? Like quite defensive. Like, and would he take that to like he had like Gareth Bale, Ronaldo, Rodrigo, Isco, all these attacking players. I probably missed a few. Modric, all these great attacking players. Essentially, always, and he just play defensive football. So I just want a manager that plays good football. That's literally all I want. It's got to that point now where, of course, I care about results. Results are really important, but I want to enjoy watching Tottenham play again. Just like in the pot. That's what I want. I want to go into games thinking, yeah, we're score today. Yeah, we're going to be set up well, and yeah, the players want to play for the manager, and yeah, we're going to, I'm confident we're going to win today. I've not been confident that Tottenham are going to win a game probably since that Watford game at home and the game of the season. That's probably the last time I was confident Tottenham were going to win a game. Even against Crystal Palace, it was a bit like, oh well, they could turn up here and do us, and they did. And then against Chelsea and Arsenal, I work confident for them. So yeah, I just want to remind you that just plays attacking football. What is the point of Daniel Levy saying we're going to hire a manager that plays frequent attacking football and then not decide to hire one? Like, I know it's Paratici's idea to hire Nuno, but Daniel Levy is the owner of the club and better than Paratici does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why are we not hiring a manager that plays attacking football? That has to be the next manager we hire. I
100%.
don't want a bomb winner. I don't want a Conte Mourinho. I want a young manager that develops young players that plays attacking. Because that's what Tottenham's always been about, and especially in the Pochettino. And ever since we sat Poch, we've gone for two managers that play defensive football. One's a ball winner, and one's Mourinho, pretty much without the trophies. And it's like, when is it? When is this form going to turn around?
To be honest, I just want trophies. It's been a while, and I haven't like to as much as we want to see attacking football. I think that trophies may be more important, and that's why I do not think we should have sacked Mourinho or sacked Poch, because that got us in this problem in the first place. And I don't think that this is all Nuno's fault. This is all on Levy. And I think that yeah, he's done some horrible decisions in the past. And yeah, I'm not like there's no manager on the top of my head right now that I'd like really want, except for Zidane. There's no other manager like I'd really want, which is kind of sad. No, I don't know. Like, there's no manager that like convinces me. If you get what I mean.
No, and it's difficult. Like I say, midway through a season, to hire a manager that we want because they're all at the clubs and settled into the contracts. But I honestly don't. There's not many options. I mean, Gallardo would be good. He plays attacking football.
Who?
He plays in a 4-3-3, which is not really Tottenham's style particularly, but I'd be happy with it if it just meant attacking football. That's all I want. And trophies are sorry before you carry on. I know trophies are massively important. I get that. And it's been so long since we've had a trophy. I get that. And I do want to win them. That's not the problem. First of all, I want to go back to enjoying watching Tottenham play again. You know what I mean? When come Saturday, I want to think, Tottenham run today. Get excited and not, oh God, Tottenham run today. Jesus Christ, what's the score going to be? We're going to lose by 3 goals again. Not that. I want to feel connected to the club again. So that is my number one priority at the moment. And trophies can come second. Because first of all, we need a manager that connects the football club again. And secondly, trophies. Similar to how Potts did it. First of all, he played the football, he got the hands on side, and he promoted youth, and then secondly, he went for trophies. And that's how it should be. So I know you think trophies are most important, and they maybe are, but for me, it's the enjoyment factor of Tottenham. That's what I want most.
I just wanted to say, I did not hear. So what manager did you want? Because I didn't hear you.
Gallardo.
Oh yeah, that guy. Be honest, I do not know much about him, so I can't really say anything now. But yeah, I think on Twitter I've seen some good things about him. So yeah, would he be better than Nuno? What I've read probably. So I think Gallardo in for now. No. I can't say Gallardo in. I've never heard of him. So, I've heard of him, but I don't know who he is. So I think anyone but Nuno's good.
Anyone but Nuno. So Sam Allardyce.
Better than Nuno.
Right. Shall we end there then? Or you got anything you want to say before we end?
Not really. So I think we'll just.
Yeah. I mean, just before we go, obviously we said that Aston Villa at home is the next game, and then Newcastle after that. So I know they're on a good run. They've got some good players and whatever, but I'm expecting 6 points out of those 2 games. If we don't get 6 points out of those 2 games, Nuno has to go. Simple as that. He has to go already, but he has to go if we don't win those 2 games. So we'll sign off on that. We'll be back next week with a podcast after the Aston Villa game at home. So thank you for listening to this edition of the podcast. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you, Wakash. Been a great guest as always. And until next time, we'll see you later.